Do you ever notice how your best ideas tend to show up in the shower, on a walk, or while you're drifting off to sleep? Well, it's not random. And those flashes might feel small on the surface, but they sit on top of a massive root system of thought. But most of us just let these seemingly innocuous moments slip away. We just go back to whatever we were doing, and that potential breakthrough disappears forever. But what if these random sparks are actually doorways to your most valuable insights? Well, I'm here to tell you that they are. So, in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the three parts of a simple capture system to develop these fleeting ideas into valuable insights. Because the shower thoughts you ignore could literally change everything. Now, while you're focused on your daily tasks, your mind is constantly processing information in the background. We're absorbing countless inputs throughout our day: conversations, articles, experiences, and our brains are naturally trying to fit these puzzle pieces together. The problem is, we've been taught to believe that great ideas come from sitting down and forcing ourselves to think hard. But that's not how our most valuable insights typically arrive. Instead, they bubble up when we're relaxed, when our analytical mind steps out to lunch and lets our subconscious make the connections. Think about it. How many times have you been stuck on a problem, walked away from it, and then suddenly the answer pops into your head while you're doing something completely unrelated? That's not a coincidence. That's your brain doing what it does best when you get out of its way. And these little random flashes aren't just cute thoughts. They're just the tiny visible part of something much deeper. I like to think of ideas like little mushrooms. What you see above ground is just the cap, but underneath, there's this massive interconnected network of roots. The idea that pops into your head is just the tip of a much larger system of thought that's been developing under the surface. I mean, it's pretty cool when you think about it that way, right? But how do you access this hidden network and turn those fleeting insights into something valuable? Let me show you the three parts of a capture system that works with your brain instead of against it. The first part of the system: stop and capture the idea the second it strikes. And I know, it sounds obvious, but most of us don't do it. We think, "Oh, I'll remember this later," and then poof, it's gone. Because your brain isn't designed to hold on to these thoughts. It's designed to generate them and move on. So when an idea hits, immediately grab your phone or notebook and record it. Don't wait. Don't think, yeah, this isn't important enough. Just capture it raw and unfiltered in the moment. For this very reason, I've started dictating my notes because it's fast and captures more of the nuance. For me, there's something about speaking through an idea that helps develop it further than just writing it down. I'll quite literally be in the shower and have to drip my way through the hall and grab my phone and dictate whatever just popped into my head. And I know that sounds a bit over the top, but the best ideas, they never arrive at convenient times. The second part of this simple capture system: use these dictated notes as input for AI brainstorming sessions. This is where things get incredibly interesting. Take those raw thoughts and feed them to generative AI to help explore and expand upon them. The beauty here is that AI doesn't generate the initial spark. That's your unique human creativity. But it can help you see connections and implications that you might miss on your own. And I've found that this creates an amazing feedback loop where the AI helps me tease apart the idea, which sparks new thoughts that I feed right back into the conversation. It's like having a brainstorming partner that never gets tired or distracted. And finally, the third part of this system, this simple capture system, use what you learn as the foundation for perspective and insight driven content. Because once you've explored an idea deeply, you can then transform it into something valuable to share with others. The key is that you're not creating content for content's sake. You're sharing genuine insights that emerge organically from your own deep thinking processes. You're helping people with your unique combination of experience and expertise. Okay. So what happens when you start treating every random thought as the potential tip of a massive iceberg? Well, you kick off a previously untapped cascading process. You begin to see ideas not as one-off events, but as entry points for deeper exploration. Your awareness for new insights actually increases. It's like your brain realizes, hey, we're actually using these now, and starts generating even more of them. And the most fascinating part is what happens next. When you capture and explore and communicate these ideas, they lead to even more nuanced and valuable insights. Each and every door you walk through leads to more rooms filled with more doors. So the initial spark is never the end point. It's always just the beginning. And this incredibly valuable process compounds over time. One captured thought leads to 10 developed ideas, which leads to hundreds of possible connections. When we pay attention, our brains are literally erupting with ideas all day long. And when you jump on one and start talking your way through them, you'll arrive at places you didn't expect. I mean, have you ever wondered how some people seem to have an endless supply of fresh insights while others just keep recycling the same thoughts? This is why. They're not necessarily smarter or more intelligent or more creative. They've just built a system to catch the sparks that most people let float away. The difference between a random thought and a transformative insight isn't the quality of the initial idea. It's whether you have a system to capture and develop it. So those shower thoughts you ignore, they could literally change everything, as long as you don't let them disappear down the drain. And as always, thank you for listening. Where do your best ideas usually show up? Do you already have a system for catching random ideas, or do they just slip away? I'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment down below. And if you're ready to turn your expertise into consistent, insight-driven content, visit remotebrand.com to discover how I can help.